Hey, what's going on? I'm Jake.
Hey, I'm Christian.
We made Eternity RPG, and we're going to be talking about.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I made Eternity RPG. He's here to help. Eating potato chips, I've noticed.
Sun chips.
Very delicious. We're going to be talking about how to play a scene in Eternity RPG, which is essentially the totality of how you play the game. And we'll talk about the 5 steps of the scene. It goes really fast. And then we're going to play two scenes so you guys see how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is our second attempt at the video with no dogs in the background. So I think
Yeah.
it'll go much more smoothly.
Let's hope.
Let's hope. So the first step to the scene is that we're going to set a main focus or a time lapse. So there's no game master or whatever you call it, dungeon master in Eternity RPG. So as a group, we just make up the scene together.
Mm-hmm.
So the first step, main focus, I'm just setting what the scene's going to be about, what every other step that comes in that scene is going to relate back to.
And the second step is the scene setting. So you're just setting the scene around the focus. So you could be in a forest, a castle, whatever it is, you set it.
You can be anything you want. The third, it will come back to me if we're just playing the two of us, is NPCs. So I would decide if there's any NPCs in the scene, who they are, what they do, and if we end up interacting with those NPCs, then I role play those NPCs.
Yeah. And the fourth step is conflict, and that's between monsters, your party, the NPCs, whatever it is, it's your conflict. But if you do fight monsters or anybody, whoever has the conflict step plays those monsters.
And the fifth step is your response or interaction. So this is the point in the scene where we start going around the whole table and everybody who's playing gets the chance to say what their character does in response to the NPCs, the conflict, the setting. And you start with the person who it lands on. So in this case, it would be back to me. My character would make the response and then it would go to him and then we'd wrap up the scene. So we'll go ahead and play through 2 real quick scenes. The way that you start any game session, whether it's a 4-hour session with a big group of people or a 2-minute session between 2 people.
Yeah, it really can be any time lapse.
Yeah, or you can play Eternity RPG by yourself. So the first step to doing is you're going to set an adventure outline, and there's a sheet for this. You can print it out. It's the group adventure arc PDF. It comes with the game. It'll show you everything to do. But for this game, what would you like to do?
To assassinate a king.
You want to assassinate a king?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go with save his beautiful princess from assassination by you.
No.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do.
It's not
No,
gonna
I can do whatever I want. Okay, okay.
You
So
can try.
we'll play this first scene. So I'll take the first one. So I have the main focus. So the main focus will be, since we're just doing a 2-scene example, we're already in the throne room, and the focus is how we're going to kill this king. So I'm actually real quick playing Achilles, the dark elf, fallen paladin.
Mm-hmm. I'm playing Andiel, the dark elf assassin.
Okay, so that's the scene setting or the scene focus. You can go ahead.
All right, so the scene setting is we're in the throne room. Night has just set. It's pretty dark, and some candles are lit, but we're pretty concealed in the darkness.
So are we like hanging from a rafter? Or are we like behind some columns?
We're like
or?
we're on like what do you call it? The rafters, yeah.
Yeah.
We're like on it. Like
Okay.
crouching.
Yeah, like we're catwalking across
Yeah.
it. Okay, that's kind of what I imagined. So NPCs, back to me. I'm gonna say that the king is he's sitting on his throne, and this is like where he does his late night thinking. So he has like some candles, he has like some food set out, and he has like his head in his hands, and it looks like he's trying to think through some parchment of paper that he's been reading over.
All right, so now it's conflict. So now we are going to try to assassinate him.
Okay. I'm going to interject really quick. So this is one part of the game that we didn't talk about, but that you can do. If something is said that you don't like, or you want to add something into the scene, you can spend a fortune, which you can read about that in the Eternity RPG rulebook, to change something or add something to the scene. So I'm gonna interject and say that an additional conflict is that the princess walks into the throne room and calls out, "Daddy!" Right when we're about to make our move.
Oh God.
So now it goes to me, first response. My first response is, I see you pull out your dagger and you're about to like drop from a rope, and I just grab your shoulder
Okay.
to like prevent you.
My reaction is I brush your hand aside and I jump down on the king.
So you had setting. So how far of a drop is this from the ceiling?
It's 30 feet.
30 feet? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's pretty far. Are you wearing a rope or anything, or are you just like dropping from the ceiling?
Yeah, I'm like Batman or
Can,
Catwoman.
can we say that? Copyright? Is that?
I'm like that cat lady. I tied a rope around my stomach and I dropped down.
Am I holding the rope?
Yeah.
Okay. So first off, there's a couple skill checks that are going to be happening right here, and it's really simple. In Eternity RPG, you just have a d20. You're going to roll that. So we just decide: is it very easy? Is it sort of medium, or is it very difficult? So we're going to say first for you to like jump accurately onto the king. Medium. Okay. And do you have any bonuses for like dexterity?
Nope.
Okay. So he just has to roll an 11 or above. That's a medium.
11.
Did shaking it hard help you?
Yeah, it
did. So he succeeds, and then I have to roll a might check to hold on to you. I have a +1. So what would that be?
Probably.
Medium? You're not that heavy. You're
No, I'm a dark elf, so yeah, medium usually.
So normally a medium, but I have a +1, so now it makes it very easy. So I just need a 6 or above. I failed.
And you failed.
So you have conflict, so you get to describe what happens then.
So I jump off and I land on the king to stab him. And as I'm landing on him, stabbing him, you fall on top of me.
I fall.
You fall on top
I know.
of me.
I want to say that I let go of the
You
rope.
let go?
Yeah.
So I just like fall and stab him and just slam into him.
Do you even stab him, or do you just kill him by crush weight?
Between like stabbing him and crushing him, definitely killed him.
You definitely killed him. Okay, cool. So, did you take any damage from that?
Yeah, I'd say so.
At least one.
At least one.
Okay, take 1 damage. He's a dark elf. He's very squishy, but he yet lives.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the first scene. So we would wrap that up. We get experience and reward. So in this case, we get just 1. It was just a fast scene.
I'm
so
taking
now,
it.
We'll do that in a second. So now we go to you. We'll do the second scene real quick. So you go ahead and get that first main focus.
All right, the main focus is the king is dead, and now we're on the run.
I knew that was what it was going to be. The scene setting is that you suddenly hear like there's kind of a dead silence at first, and then even though you're gonna have NPCs, I'm gonna say that she starts screaming, and that you start hearing like yell for guards down below.
Nice.
But there's also really, really big windows. So we're actually on like the 3rd floor of this castle, but there's gigantic stained glass windows like right next to us.
Okay. Do they like lead? Is there like a moat below them or something?
There's like a 50-foot drop from the castle, followed by another 50-foot drop into the ocean.
Oh, so you don't like drop into the ocean? You drop onto ground?
We'll say that we're close enough to the cliff that if you were to jump out, you would fall 100 feet to the ocean.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So NPCs, guards start busting into the throne room, and they start like climbing up because they know you're up there.
Oh yeah, I forgot that I'm still up there. What's the princess doing?
She like just collapsed
Okay.
because she saw this dude
As
fall on
all-
top of her dad.
As all stereotypical women do. How old is this princess?
9.
Okay.
It makes sense. They're Dad just got stabbed and crushed.
Slightly more excusable, I guess.
Yeah.
And you at NPC, so I have conflict. The conflict is that the guards are trying to prevent us from jumping out the window or living.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah. So they're running, they're like almost on us.
All right.
So you get the first response.
First reaction, I have unassuming.
Okay. Oh, that's right. This is bullshit.
So unassuming, I shall read, is the ability I have in my class. You cannot be attacked by anything that would deal damage, so long as there are other allies of yours who can first be killed. You are not in the way, and you are not aggressive.
You just killed the guy, though.
Well,
Isn't that aggressive?
they didn't see it.
Okay. Maybe you're just blaming it on me somehow.
Yeah, I'm
He's
like,
up here.
"Look." There he is.
And I'm a dark elf standing up there with like blood dripping off my sword.
Yeah.
Because I'm a fallen paladin. Well, I see you do that, and all thoughts of saving the princess go away. Because maybe she like was actually. Maybe it wasn't like she's not the daughter of that king. Maybe like he was actually keeping her captive or something.
Okay.
But seeing you betray me, I've given up all hope of that. So instead, I opt to jump off the rafters and through the window.
Misfortune.
Okay. you want to describe that
the
really quick?
misfortune is at any point you can create some sort of problem towards another person or you, whatever it is, you create a misfortune. So the rafter breaks.
Okay.
You're getting ready to move and it just collapses.
So should I roll like just like dexterity to avoid fall damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Probably very difficult since it's 30 feet, right? And it's just broke. Okay. 17.
Wow.
I succeed.
Bullshit.
Okay, so the rafters fall, and I actually like grab onto it, and like as it's swinging down, the
You
piece
just,
of it,
like, ride
I
it.
just like ride it down, and then ideally I scoop up the princess because my idea has been renewed since that happenstance, and then I just jump out the window with her, leaving you behind. Any checks for that, or am I good?
You want to check to make sure the princess survives the like.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
We'll do that in a second. What do you do? Are you jumping out the window?
Yeah, I'm just walking towards the window, get like a running start and jump out.
Okay, so maybe endurance to survive, which we both have negatives at.
Yeah.
Unless you got any other ideas, I don't think I do.
Yeah, let's do endurance.
I
I don't have like a.
have dread march.
I don't.
Okay, so very difficult.
Yeah.
Medium. I mean, it's 100 feet
Let's
drop.
do
but-
medium because we both have -1 endurance.
Okay, so it's very difficult anyways.
Yeah.
So we have to get a 16 or above to essentially not die. Ready?
Yep.
Oh
no!
You want to roll for the princess?
Yeah, I'll roll for it.
I think it's easier for her. Okay. So, last thing we will end on for this is that should your characters die, which ours probably just did, there is such a thing as a massive save. So once per day, if something would kill you, you can say that you did everything you could to sacrifice everything to save yourself. So I massive save.
I massive save as well.
She dies.
She does not.
Okay, so that would be the end. So we get another experience and reward, except that since we killed the king, like we wanted to do at the start of the game, we get an extra. So for the total of this 2-session adventure, we got 3 experience, 3 reward. That's how you play a scene. Hope you guys enjoyed this funny video, and hope you try out the game.
We did it.
We did it.
We killed the princess.
Nice.
That was the secret main goal.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you. Bye.